from the side of the management at Kwamhlanga police station. We indicated the reason why we were there, and indeed the station commander with the station management, with the detectives, they cooperated well with what we came to bring, and the rest now is still unfolding at Kwamhlanga Magistrate Court. We believe that at the end of the day, justice will be served. But what is important about this whole thing, even though it is a painful ordeal, in Dabayoguti there was a kind of a great cooperation between society at large as represented by media. I'm sorry, ngaze ngiphele umsebenzi minister in the presidency, Nkosi yami ngiyakhohlwa umndeni wonke walana kwabo Aserie, station commander, leadership yonke, protocol observe betuna, and if I can not observe that protocol, I am an employee of government, and tomorrow there could be expedited processes ukuthi lo muntu makasuke emsebenzini. Ngiyaxolisa baba. So when we joined hands between the police in Gauteng and in Mpumalanga, the results came. But I was indicating that one of the important things was the let me call it a cooperation and not call it pressure. It was not pressure this time, but it was like kind of a cooperation, because in as much as we felt the need to really bring a solution to this problem, that cooperation was in practical terms, Budi, in the sense that at one particular time I remember that there was this money that was presented to say anyone who's got information, this is the reward that the person will get. And when I was asked by Usisi Belinda, whose number can we put? I said, I'm not sure whose number can we put, but put my number there. In any way, my number is a government number, it's not my number. And fortunately or unfortunately, the people didn't come, but the investigation continued. And it continued to the point that Ubud is indicating, program director, that yesterday there were 5 people that are in court. And I indicated yesterday, mabesile kobosizodwa ukuthi sine situation ke lapha esayilethelwa ngabamhlophe basixelela ke matters that are sub judice, and they are telling us ke ukuthi because we are allowed to really pronounce and opinionate and talk about things that are still pending in court, because that too could be a criminal offense on our part. Now I must be treading carefully again. But I want to indicate that as the South African police at large, from the national head office, from the province of Gauteng, from the province of Mpumalanga, I indicated even yesterday from the commissioners to the lowest member of the South African Police Service, we spent the longest hours really trying to dig deep as to what has happened to this couple. And what Elijah is telling you about because we informed him, not because Zimpimbi, it's because we are employees of government. Employees of government have no obligation in terms of the Constitution, in terms of the Police Act, also in terms of the documents and the policies of government, the Batupile principles. It tells us, it brings an obligation on all government employees to really be accountable to the citizens, to inform the citizens of the service, to be open to them, not to be like no, it's secretary to my person. Any close that are supposed to know as to what happened, you got to know, because the culture of openness is a culture of government, so that you know exactly what you understand, what would have happened, the process, and when it will. That's why even what is happening at court there becomes like an open thing that anyone can come. Someone was saying here, the citizens have a right to really be in court on a daily basis as and when this matter appears, and so that bakhone nabo kuzizwela ukuthi what actually happened, because inkundla zamatyala zinkundla ezivulele